Hi guys, I have a question for you. How do you know when it's time to quit? How do you know if and when it's time to just give up? I did a video a while back about stop trying so hard. I was standing in front of a stop sign and I talked about how many of us, including myself, tend to be people pleasers, perfectionists, people that just try and try and try to always do the right thing, to make things happen. I guess there's some control issues in there. And it doesn't have to just be with health. It can be in anything, because I think it's sort of a personality characteristic that we have, or characteristics, traits, or coping mechanisms that we've developed over the years. But when it comes to healing, how do we know when it's time to say, I'm done? Like, I'm done trying. I've been trying to get healed for months or years. You know, when do you say, okay, I'm going to let this go and let it be? And if you're a Christian like I am, when do you say, okay, I'm ready to really let go of this and give it to God, to surrender it all to Him? I have found in my own life, all my life, it's been really, really hard for me to fully surrender. And that, I think, is because I do come from a traumatic childhood where I never felt safe. And we do learn a lot from that about whether or not we can trust people. And that goes over onto our relationship with God too. Can I trust God? Is He safe for me? Does He love me? And will He take care of me? And when you haven't felt safe in your life, you tend to be the type of person that you just take over, and you're always taking care of yourself. Very self-sufficient. A lot of fear and a lot of anxiety causes us to just need to control and to take care of ourselves because no one else is going to, kind of thing. Unfortunately, that affects our relationship with God, even in this healing process, where for me, I have been trying to get healed since I was like 21. That's when it seemed to start. I'm 58 now, so what's that? 35 odd years or something. That I've been trying to get well, and you know, a lot of the things that you guys have probably tried too, all the different protocols, you know, the leaky gut program and the macrobiotic diet and the whole foods diet and the leaky gut diet. I think I might have said that already. The Candida diet, you know, acupuncture and kinesiology and massage and, you know, all the other crazy things. I know there's a lot more, you know, and then we try brain retraining, and then we learn, like I'm learning now, about the teaching that seems to be accurate in the Bible, which I'm still working on now, but that when Jesus died for us, He atoned for our sin, but He also died for our healing. And so I'm discovering that over all these years, even though I've prayed a lot and asked God to help me and guide me and give me wisdom, and I've always felt like, oh, He's led me to this program and that program and all that. So it's not like I've, you know, put God to the side. I've always asked Him for help and all of that. But have I ever actually given it to him and trusted him, like really trusted him, and stopped trying so hard and working for it. Because I find that I'm realizing that in every program I've tried, including brain retraining, it takes me to a certain point, and then I feel like I hit a wall, and I start to feel like I'm just not doing enough. I'm not doing it right. Yeah. I start to feel like I'm going to be one of those people that just never gets it quite right. That there's something missing. I'm not trying hard enough. I'm not working hard enough. I'm not doing all the right things. I'm not finding the exact formula. Even in searching on YouTube for the different programs, and I'm sure if you guys are like me, you know, you've watched a million videos about brain retraining and DNRS, and you've searched for different coaches and, you know, somatic tracking. And, you know, I've done sessions with DNRS coaches, and I've done sessions with somatic coaches, and I've done coaching outside of that. And, you know, we try all these things, but when we're not really getting where we want to be, when do you finally say, okay, I'm done. I surrender. I've got to let go of this, because the stress of the fight, the stress of the battle, the stress of the always trying, I think, is contributing to us not getting well. So I'm in this place right now where I have been, you know, I told you I've been watching a lot of the Andrew Womack videos, and it's about that, you know, that we're already healed, but we need to learn to receive it. And I find myself battling with that, like, oh, I still have unbelief. If I have unbelief, I can't have it. If I don't know how to receive it, I won't experience it. I won't see it manifested in my body. Even if it's already done, I'm already healed. If I don't do it right, if I don't have enough faith, if I still have unbelief and doubt, it's not going to happen. I'm not going to get it. And I end up feeling like someone's dangling a carrot in front of me. It's like, here it is, but you can't have it because you're not doing it right. And I find myself feeling that way often. There's a verse in the Bible that says, hope deferred makes the heart sick. And in my life, when it comes to healing, but also in other areas, I feel like I'm the type of person, I think by nature I am kind of an optimistic person. And so as many times as I've tried things, whether it's healing or just endeavors that I've worked on, you know, that I want to succeed at a little business or whatever, I give something my all. I put 100% into things, and then it fails. And then the next thing comes along, and I have all this hope, and I do the same thing, and it fails. And it happens over and over and over. And with the brain retraining, with healing, and all the other modalities that I've tried, I get my hopes up, I try it, I see some results for a while, and then it fails. And there's the hope again. I lose hope again. Because I am optimistic, I haven't lost it completely because I'm always trying the next thing. But hope deferred makes the heart sick. And sometimes when we just hope and try, eventually you're like I'm done with this. I'm tired of hoping and being disappointed all the time. I feel like sometimes the story of my life is hoping and then being disappointed, hoping and then being disappointed. And so when I say, when is it time to give up? When is it time to quit? I don't mean that in the sense of really and truly just quitting on life and giving up on life. I mean it more in a positive way, that I don't need to keep fighting. I don't need to keep battling. I don't need to keep trying to be perfect and do everything right, because that's too much pressure. So for me, giving up and saying I'm done means I'm giving it to God as much as I know how, because even that I might not get right, but I'm trying to give it over to the Lord, to let him take these burdens from me that I've been carrying, trying to get well, and just give over the control to him and just say, Lord, you love me. You called me to be your child. You care about me. And I want to trust you. And I want to give this to you. I want to give this journey to you. I want to give all of my health issues to you. I want to give you the osteoporosis. I want to give you limbic impairment. I want to give you all of it. I want to give you me. And I want to let go, and I don't want to be afraid anymore. Because boy, with limbic impairment, there's a lot of fear. I'm sure you guys can relate to that. So I don't want anyone to give up. But sometimes there comes a time, I think, that we have to ask ourselves, like, what are we putting our trust in? What are we putting our hope in? Are we putting our hope and trust in ourselves? I know I have. That self-sufficiency can be a bugger, and I don't think God likes it. And so I think that as hard as we try, sometimes we're not going to succeed just being self-sufficient, because God doesn't want that. He wants us to trust him. And I know that's hard for some of us. So I wanted to share that with you. That's where I'm at right now. I hope that in some way this encouraged you, even though it might seem like a negative message, but really it's a positive one, because I think letting go and just saying, I'm done, Lord, here you go, take it. I am done. Take these burdens off of my shoulders. I'm done. You're going to do a much better job than me anyway. I'm just wearing myself out. So I hope that that encouraged you, that you could relate to it, and will help you in some way. So hang in there, guys. If you're a believer and you haven't given it to the Lord, it might be time to do that. If you don't believe in God, I think you still have to evaluate, like, are you just trying and trying and trying too hard? We need to rest. We need to find rest, even if it's not in God. You know, Jim Prusak, the pain PT and the somatic tracker people, they teach you need to rest. You need to relax, because that's part of the healing process. So we all need to do that. So anyway, that was kind of longer than I expected, so I hope you didn't tune me out there. If you did, you're not hearing this part anyway, because you already shut it off. But all right, guys, talk to you later. Bye.